These might be my favorite videos to film because I love kind of chit-chatting with you guys, having girl talks, and really getting into the deep conversations that I don't feel like are talked about enough. So today's video is all about the transition from being a girl to a woman. Now, to be honest, guys, I am still in that transition. I am 23 years old, and I feel like as you get older, you get more wise, you get more knowledgeable, you just become the best version of yourself. And in that, you learn so many things about yourself, and you learn some of your childish, more young, girly tendencies, and you also learn about how to kind of transition those into a more woman, mature, and just very in tune with yourself type of person. And so many of you guys have asked me in almost all of my videos where my clothes are from and where I shop, and today's video is actually sponsored by Nastygal, and surprisingly enough, I get a lot of my clothing from there. I love their basics, I love their athleisure, I love their dressier options, and I thought it was the perfect fit to have sponsored with today's video because when it comes to being a woman, we love two things. We love loungewear and we love that dressier vibe. I'm actually wearing Nastygal right now, and I'm gonna also cue to a scene where I try on a couple of my other Nastygal favorites.
Okay, so it was a really crummy day, so I had to do everything in the bathroom, but I really wanted you guys to see how I would actually wear these pieces. I am into loungewear. This right here is like my favorite set. I've worn it like 3 times already. I'm obsessed with it, and it looks more blue in person. This set right here is very me. I love a cropped sweatshirt with a nice jogger. It's oversized, so it fits really nice, and it's so soft and comfortable. And I'm just showing it to you guys in a different light. And this right here is what I wore in today's video. It's my cropped blazer. I honestly was super excited to style this piece, and I really love the way the look came out today. And this camel color is so me. The quality is amazing. I'm just showing you guys me stretching my arm up so you guys can see exactly how it fits, and it's perfect. You can have it closed or open. This shirt I actually wore in a previous video. I'm obsessed with this shirt. I love the way it holds up my boobs. It's just super comfortable. It's very high quality. It honestly should be more expensive than it already is. And I also wanted to show you guys what it looked like on camera, like when I was sitting down for a video. So there it is. It's so pretty, and it's a nice dressy option for if you want to go out. This right here is a shoulder pad shirt. I'm obsessed with it. It's a chocolate brown color. You can't go wrong with this look, and it would look so good with some slacks or jeans. Depends on the way you guys dress it up.
And now you guys kind of know where I shop. So thank you so much, Nastygal, for sponsoring today's video. Let me know if you guys pick up any of the pieces that I bought and if you guys like them. And to be honest, guys, the quality is just perfect. Let's get into the video, but before getting started, please do not forget to subscribe down below. Give this video a big thumbs up if you like me, of course, and follow me on Instagram so you can keep up with every video that I post because I let you guys know on there first. This video is more about my personal transition, and I would love to hear from you guys after you guys watch this video, what kind of determined your transition from girl to woman, what you've learned, what you've done differently. And yeah, so I'm gonna go through everything that I've learned in my transition and kind of things that have really helped me feel more womanly, feel more mature, feel more feminine. And also I want to note that being young and being youthful and being girly, that does not change, okay? We still want to have that youthfulness in us because it's very attractive. It keeps you happy. It keeps you just feeling really inspired. So I never want you guys to dull your sparkle, and I don't want you guys to alter your personality and change everything about yourself just to become somebody who's desired in the mature department. We always want to keep our youthful side, and I just wanted to note that before I get started. All right, so the first thing that I definitely understood when it came to being a woman was how you treat men and how you treat women with men. So what I mean by this is in high school, when we're young, we will fight over a guy, we'll like a guy, we'll be interested in a guy, and there will be other girls that are interested in him, and we'll just go right after him. We don't care. We are just fighting girls left and right for a man. No more. When you become a woman, you don't fight for no man. A man fights for you. That's the change. That's the switch. Now, thankfully enough, I've actually been in a relationship for 6 years and I've never had to go through this, but I noticed a lot of my older girlfriends going through this, and the one thing that they always gave me advice about was when you're older, no guy wants to be chased. It's just not what they like. They don't want to be fought over. And also, it's just not cute to fight when you're an adult. It's not cute to fight when you're a woman. And to be honest, I think what guys find the most attractive is a girl who's just getting her bag, being independent, goal-oriented, minding her business, and that's the type of guy that approaches you. You don't need to go out of of your way to approach a guy. Friendships are a little different when you become a woman as well, and it's so interesting. You kind of go through this weird transitional phase when you graduate high school. It's like almost as if a lot of your friends that you were considered to be pretty close with are either going away to college or they just don't call you as much, and it's a very weird time frame. So when you get older, you become a woman, you don't have all the time in the world to be entertaining people left and right. When I was younger, there probably wasn't a day that went by that I didn't hang out with my friends for hours and hours and hours, because what else did I have to do? I was young, I was a teenager, I didn't really have anything else better to do than hang out with my friends. But when I get older, I have a partner, I have responsibilities, I have dogs, I have a job. You don't have time for your friends the way you used to, and friendships really do change, and a lot of them end up falling off because people don't understand you kind of being goal-oriented. People want to have you hanging out with them in their garage till you're 37. No, honey, I'm not hanging out in the garage, I gotta get this bag. So it's definitely important to find friends that have the same morals as you, the same drive as you, the same type of energy. You guys match each other's energy. Somebody who's understanding and not too sensitive to you just not being always on top of their life. I have had friends that wanted me to be there for them all the time, and I just couldn't do that. I was trying my best to get to my career goals, and I had a lot going on, and I could not just be someone who was so involved in friendships. And it's not anything personal, it's just you want to take care of yourself before you take care of other people. I definitely think friendships are a beautiful thing, and when you do start to become someone who's content, or I should say you're happy with where you're at, you can start welcoming friends back into your life again and be hanging out with them a lot more because you have your career, you have your life, you have your job. When you're kind of transitioning into that feminine woman vibe, you're really going through a lot. You're maybe in school, you have a lot of homework to do, you're working all the time. You just don't have time to be hanging out with friends all the time. And once you get to a place where you can kind of welcome that back in, you can meet either new friends or hopefully some of your old friends will understand and have been doing the same thing. You also learn who your friends really are, and you don't entertain ridiculousness anymore. I definitely think that when I got older, friendships became more about lifting each other up, being around good energy, just having a good person to call when you want to talk to someone. But there was a time where sometimes friendships felt like work. It was always drama. It was always, oh, she did this and she did that. It's ridiculous. Like, I don't have drama in my friendships as an adult, and you shouldn't either. It's just not a vibe. Now, this is something that I actually struggled with for years, because I don't know if you guys can relate to this, but I have always struggled with honing in on a look that suits me. I love trying out different styles. I am very much open to literally anything. If somebody said pastel's a new trend, I'm jumping right on it. If somebody's wearing neon, I'm wearing neon. Like, it's not that I'm a follower, it's just that I love everything. It was hard for me to hone in on a style that suit me, but when it came time, I think this year, I've realized what makeup looks best with my eye shape and my lips and my hair, and that's something so attractive and just grown about being a woman. We're not in that awkward stage anymore where we don't know what looks good on us. We know what colors flatter our body. We know what hairstyle looks good on our face shape. It's just that time. So if you guys are kind of struggling with figuring out what best suits you, just try a million different things out and you'll find your own personal look. When I was younger, I did very ridiculous, crazy highlights all the time, and I wore like black eyeshadow every day and very, very, very pink lip gloss, Turkish Delight by NARS. That does not look good on me, okay? It just doesn't. And I now, know what flatters me a lot more, which is the best part about being a woman and being older, is just knowing what looks good on you. I also noticed that when I started growing up and becoming more feminine and becoming more of a woman, that a lot less things fazed me. When I was young, I was hot-tempered. I was able to fight over anything. I had a short fuse. And now it takes a lot to get me there because, first of all, I don't want anybody seeing me angry because I don't want anybody to think I'm sweating them. Second of all, I just feel like less things bother me. I don't know. I think it's something with maturity and age, is you just don't let people get under your skin. There's things you just know about people sometimes. Sometimes people are just jerks and they're going to annoy you and you're never going to be able to change them, and you get over it. You realize people are jerks and I'm not going to really care about it. Another thing is you stop caring what people think about you. So it becomes a point where if somebody comments on the way your hair looks or what your interests are, you don't care because you're confident in those two things. It's just something that ends up getting better with age. I definitely have had my fair share of fights, fighting for what I looked like, fighting for what I cared about, and now I just don't. I'm confident with my relationship, I'm confident with my life, I'm confident with my job, my hair, whatever you want to say about me, throw it my way. I'm just gonna put it back your way, okay? Don't put that energy on me because I'm just not gonna give you what you want. Another thing that I wish I cared about when I was young, when I was, still pretty skinny was my health. I always used to say when I was younger, probably 16, I was like, oh my God, I would never let myself get fat. Like I would say that all the time because I thought it was something easy to just like live by. But when you become a woman, when you get older, you lose your metabolism or it slows down. And also when you're not in high school all day long and you have the whole day to yourself, you can develop bad eating habits. So one thing that I'm spending time on is just treating my body like a temple. That is something that is so important in your 20s, if you're 20 like me, or even in your 30s, and honestly for the rest of your life. But if you're starting to get into caring about this and you want to be more conscientious of your health, then this is something to get into. Start being more conscious about what you're eating. Start working out. Do things that are healthy. Take your vitamins. It's definitely important, and I look less at numbers on a scale and less about what my body looks like, and I'm more focused on what am I actually fueling my body with that's healthy and good for me, and do I know what is healthy? When I was a girl, I ate whatever I wanted. I didn't care about my body. I just didn't care. I just didn't want to really think about it because it wasn't affecting me. I think when it starts to affect your physical appearance is when you start to take a look in the mirror. But honestly, I never had that issue growing up, so I ate and did whatever I wanted and I didn't treat my body well. And now that I'm older, I definitely am more conscientious of it, especially this year. I've allowed myself to focus more on health and less on weight and, how skinny I can get. It's just not the same. Okay, this is a huge one for becoming a woman, and it's to be selfish, especially in your 20s. I think a lot of people have a hard time being selfish, and it's pretty normal because we were taught our whole lives to be selfless. In school, to our parents, whatever. We were the giving ones. We were the ones who had to always earn everything. But when you're in your 20s, especially if you live on your own, you're independent, this is a time for you to be selfish with relationships, with friendships, with your time, with how you spend your money. It doesn't matter. This is the time to be selfish. I am always going to promote women to do what they want to do with their life. If you want to self-improve, if you want to just do anything for yourself, this is the time. It's just like the best part about being a woman because you can literally do whatever you want, and who's going to stop you? No one. This might be the biggest one for me, and I never thought I'd be this way because I would always consider myself super clingy and someone who loves to be around people. When I was younger, I don't think I ever spent a single day without a friend or a boyfriend. Sounds terrible, but it's the truth. And one thing you learn when you become a woman is you enjoy your me time. You like being alone. You like to be able to work on whatever it is, whether you have something to catch up on or you want to just do your makeup, you want to do a face mask, you want to watch TV, you want to have a whole meal alone. I just love being alone now, and it's the best time. I think it's the time where you need to worry about yourself. I think in life, we naturally, especially as women, we are caretakers. We love putting a lot of our energy into other things, and we tend to forget about ourselves. And there is something to be said when you just enjoy a little bit of time each day with yourself, because you get to know yourself, you get to know what you love, what you like, what you hate, what you despise, whatever it is. You learn these things about yourself, and I think it's crucial in self-discovery and self-love, and it's the journey of just being more self-aware, and I love that. I think that the more alone time I've had with myself, it really required and forced me to hone in on my career, what I care about, what I don't care about, and I'm so happy to have that time every day now. Oversharing is a thing of the past. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys are like me, but when I was younger, and I still talk a lot, but I overshared. I would be so open about who I hooked up with or what I did last weekend or whatever it is. And when you become a woman, you are less open. You just are. You don't have to explain yourself to people. Like, if you want to go do something on Friday night and not tell anybody, that's on you. You don't have to tell people. And it's really nice, and I think it's a lot sexier and it's more attractive when a woman isn't super open about her private life. I love a mysterious woman. I think it's really nice, and I think it's the perfect amount of just keeping things to yourself but not being secretive. You don't have to be secretive to be private. Remember, this is your time to start over. Your 20s, your 30s, you can start over honestly at any point in your life, but when you leave high school and you become a woman and you transition into that stage, this is your time to start over. You don't have to subject yourself to the label that you were given. I don't even know what my label was in high school. Who the frig knows? Who cares? But I didn't really go out of high school on a bang. I had a lot of issues with certain people when I left, and it was a hard time time for me, actually. I was so afraid. Oh my God, is this my narrative? Is this who I'm gonna be? And look now, okay? Like, your girl is doing fine. And I will never let something that I did or something that happened to me when I was 16, 15, 14 be the determination for who I am in the future. If you are gothic or listen to K-pop in high school and maybe you get older and you no longer like it, you don't have to. Like, that's the best part about starting over and renewing that part of yourself and being able to decide for yourself what you want. It's just that time to start over, and I enjoy that. I actually start over almost every year, and I like that about myself. I like that I change little things about myself. Sometimes there was a time, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, where I was very uptight. Now I'm not. Literally anything can be said to me. I could hear somebody talking about some type of fellatio that was going on and I'm unfazed. Like, I'm just really a go with the whatever the mood is type of girl. And I do read the room. So if somebody's being more silly and funny in one room, that's my time to just be more open and be more funny. But if I see a more serious side to someone somewhere in a different setting, I can be more serious. I am able to kind of read the room, mold myself into whatever. And I think that that's really important in being a woman, is just being able to match the energy. You don't ever want to be that person that's loud and obnoxious at a tea house, okay? This is a huge one for me, and this was a huge part of my self-love journey, and it's, you have more to offer to a man than your body. I know for me, when I was in high school, I obviously never was insecure to a degree where I only would be able to offer my body, but I didn't know what I had to offer. What do you have to offer when you're 16? Like, I can listen to you and hook up with you. Like, you don't really have a lot to offer, but when you become a woman, you have more to bring to the table. You have confidence, you have hard work, you have good morals, you can be family oriented, you can care about, whatever they care about. You are just more in tune. And I think that that's important when it comes down to dating, because you do have more to offer than your body. And I'm not gonna say that you should let your body go and you shouldn't care about that physical part of a relationship, but I definitely think that there is way more to offer in a relationship. I think personally, what's great about being a woman is just being more in tune with yourself, more self-aware, you have more to bring to the table, and you can make non-negotiables because you have been so perfecting all of those things about yourself. And last but not least, which may be difficult for some women, but I know for me, this is probably my biggest thing when it comes to becoming a woman, was taking accountability and knowing when to say sorry and knowing when I'm wrong and just maturing and being more vulnerable. These are the things that I definitely have improved on. One, I do not have a problem, saying that I'm wrong, because I'm willing to learn. I'm constantly feeling like I can use the education. There's plenty of times that I get some constructive criticism in my comments, and I think maybe 4 or 5 years ago I would have been really annoyed about them, or I wouldn't have been receptive, or now I'm more receptive and I'm hearing you guys and I'm understanding more, and I understand perspectives, and I can admit when I'm wrong and I can admit when I did something bad. That's just a part of growing up, and I like that because I want to teach my kids those things. I want to teach them that it's important to listen, and I will also say, take advice from people that are worth taking advice from. Not everybody is worthy of giving advice, but sometimes there are people out there that make good points and you have to listen and hear them out and understand. And being more vulnerable is a huge thing for me. I feel like I've always been pretty vulnerable, but I'm even more now so, and I think that it's just a really nice quality to have. And I'm also less jealous, which is really great. I'm not jealous at all. I was very jealous growing up, and I also think it has something to do with the fact that my boyfriend isn't cheating on me and going around doing crazy things, but I definitely think that I'm just less jealous, because when you know what you have to bring to the table, there's nothing to be jealous of. If somebody does something to me that would require me to be jealous, then that's their loss, not mine. Let me know down below, what was the determination for you to become a woman, and what was the transition like for you? I'm still transitioning. I'm probably gonna have so much more to learn in the next couple of years, and I'm down for it, because I will say being an adult isn't always fun, and being young is a great time, but there are so many good things that come with being an adult, and being self-aware, being more in tune with yourself, knowing yourself better are such amazing qualities, and I wouldn't trade them for the world. Let me know down below what you guys did. Also pick up some pieces from Nastygal. You guys are gonna freaking love it. I love it. Did you guys see this blazer? Hi. It's a vibe, okay? You have to get it. These quality pieces are just amazing. All right, guys, I love you so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah.
Boy, you had me from the start. By the way you stare, the way you wrote up on me, yeah, yeah.